really is that damn Fi-Si loop, isn't it? If you're an INFP, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's that heavy, sticky feeling where you're replaying this mistake from 5 years ago while lying in bed at 2 a.m. or something like that. You're analyzing how you felt then and how you feel now, and you're wondering if you're a bad person. And maybe you tell yourself that you're processing. You tell yourself that you're just doing the hard work of self-discovery. But as much as I hate to say it, that's a lie. You aren't processing. You're hiding. You're trapped by your desire to be real with introverted feeling and your desire to be safe, your desperate need to be safe with introverted sensing. And it feels like you're doing something important, doesn't it? But actually, you're just digging yourself a hole. And this loop feels like safety, but actually it's a slow death of your potential. And we need to talk about why your brain does this and the specific tool that you're ignoring that breaks the cycle. To fix this, you have to understand the players within your psyche, the cast of characters in your mind. You have the soul, introverted feeling. And this part wants resonance. It asks, is this me? Does this align with my soul? Then you have the guardian, introverted sensing. And this part wants safety. It wants familiarity, homeostasis, consistency. It asks, have we survived this before? And normally, in our better moments, these two characters talk to another character, the explorer, extroverted intuition. That's the part of you that asks, what if? And it tries new things. It loves novelty. But in a loop, you lock the explorer out. You stop asking what if, and you stop experimenting. And the conversation in your head kind of goes like this. The soul says, I want to do something meaningful, something that is really aligned with who I am as a person, maybe something new. I want to share this artwork that I've made. And the guardian replies, no, we've already done that. Remember what happened that time in high school when you tried that new thing and everyone laughed at you? That was dangerous. So let's not do that again. But let's review the movie again and again. So you don't act and you freeze. And because you didn't act, you feel bad. And the soul again starts analyzing that bad feeling. Why am I like this? Am I broken? And the guardian then happily answers those questions. It supplies evidence. It says, look at the other times that you failed. And it gets a bit deeper than that because you aren't just remembering, you are reliving, revivifying the pain to protect yourself. It's not laziness, it's not a flaw. It is a natural mechanism, but sometimes it doesn't help us get what we want. We need to renegotiate with those characters. It's a defensive feedback loop where you review the old cringe moments to protect you and prevent you from doing new ones. You become this historian of your own failures instead of an architect of your future. And you spend all of your energy curating this museum of things that went wrong in the past. And I know this intimately because I've lived it. I'm an INFP as well. I've been through this. And it almost kept me trapped in Michigan forever. So when I was 18, I had this wild idea to leave Michigan and to go to Japan. I had never really been anywhere. I backed out of the school field trip to Spain for my Spanish class. I didn't speak Japanese. I didn't know anything about the culture really. I didn't have a plan for what to do after. It was a 9-month program. But the soul knew I needed to go. The explorer also knew that I needed to go. I felt this pull, this deep resonance in my life that my life was supposed to be different. And if something was going to change, it had to be me, and it had to be now. But the guardian was screaming, kicking his feet. It was pulling the emergency brake. It was latched on to my backpack, stopping me from moving, saying, you don't know anyone. You're going to get lost. You're not going to be able to actually learn the language. You're going to run out of money. You're going to look stupid. You're going to back out halfway through the program. You're going to call your mom and say, I want to go home. It felt physically heavy, like my legs were stuck to the floor. I spent months just paralyzed in anxiety, analyzing every outcome, wondering what's going to happen if I leave my girlfriend at the time, which I finally had a girlfriend. I was trying to feel my way through uncertainty into certainty. I wanted safety, but I also wanted adventure. And you cannot have those two things together at the same time. And I felt the same thing when I started this YouTube channel. The loop said, "You're not ready. Who are you to explain about how the mind works to other people? You look stupid. People will judge you." And what changed everything for me was the idea that comfort is actually dangerous for the human soul. We think that we want a life of ease, where everything's familiar. But look at what happens when humans lose their reason to strive. Look at the studies on retirement. When people stop working, they stop having a purpose, they stop having friction to push against, they stop having a quest. They wither. They decline physically and mentally because we are built to solve problems and to explore and to push ourselves or compel ourselves on a bigger quest. Life doesn't just get better on its own. It takes work. It takes friction. And it takes doing things that, for us, make the guardian scream, "Danger. You shouldn't do this." But we know that we need to. It really is that simple and also that terrifying. If you don't have a goal to strive for, a dragon to fight, then you will start fighting yourself. You'll eat yourself alive with criticism because that energy has to go somewhere. So we need a way out of this loop. And the irony of the whole thing is the way out actually involves making amends with the part of you that you likely trust the least. We need to bring in extroverted thinking. This is the commander. And this is the part of you that doesn't care about how you feel. It cares about what works. It asks, does this action move the needle? To escape the loop, we need to stop looking inward for permission, for understanding, and we need to start looking outward for proof. And you build proof through action. So here's how you can prove to yourself that you are capable and resilient and you can live a better life. So step one is more emotion, the soul. Don't ignore the soul. Use it for fuel. The soul selects the destination that we want to go, but don't ask it for the map on how to get there. It's terrible at setting up the steps to do it. But if you anchor that feeling to a future goal, not some past fear, then you can reach your goal. Step two, more experimentation. The explorer. You don't need a perfect master plan. You need a hypothesis, an idea. And the explorer wants to play. It loves to play. It loves novelty and experimentation. So ask yourself, what happens if I try this one thing? Treat life like an experiment, like a lab, not some final exam or a test that you need to pass. And step three, gratitude with the guardian. Look back with gratitude and say, thank you for protecting me, guardian. And then take that lesson and apply it to the next goal. Don't take the anxiety, don't take the emotion, take the learning, the understanding, and implement it. Appreciate where you've been and what you've been through, but don't live there. And step four, action, the commander. This is the most important step. Set a binary goal. Did I do it? Yes or no? Not, did I do it well? Did I do it in a way that reflects me as a person? Just, did it happen? The soul will try to negotiate. It'll say, I'll do it when I feel inspired. And the commander is going to say, inspiration is for amateurs. Suck it up. We do the work now. And I know it sucks. It feels strange. You need this commander, though. It feels cold. The soul is going to be screaming that you're being inauthentic. But the commander is the only way to build a structure strong enough to house your soul. And it really feels clunky at first. But the only way to actually build a life that the soul actually loves is to use extroverted thinking, to use the commander. You have to learn to be able to switch modes to do the things that you want to do that are going to serve you the most in your future. The loop is your brain trying to keep you safe from danger that doesn't actually exist anymore. It's a ghost story you tell yourself. You aren't processing trauma, you're avoiding light. If anything, you're ingraining the trauma deeper by repeating the same stories again and again. I see this all the time in coaching sessions. Life doesn't just get better. It takes work. And sometimes it takes more work than we hoped. A lot more. But it's worth it. And without a goal, the soul dies. It's okay if taking action feels forced at first. And it's not fake it till you make it. It's do it until you become it. It's okay to be scared. It's supposed to feel that way. You're building a new muscle, but you need a purpose to strive for, and you need momentum. Remember, if you don't pick a dragon to fight, you're going to become the dragon and you're going to fight yourself. And you will stagnate, it's going to be painful, and you're not going to achieve the things that you wanted in your life when you look back on it. So pick a goal, pick something that matters to you, and take one step today. And it's still hard for me, I still wake up wanting to just play games on my phone, wanting to just scroll, but I don't let myself do that anymore. And the life that I have now was worth all the hardship, all the struggle, the tears, the ups and downs, the emotional roller coaster. You got this. Good luck, have fun. Peace.